Welcome back to RVP Auto1, where passion meets performance, and today, we're diving deep into something truly special, the 2025 Porsche 911 Carrera GTS. If you're a fan of precise engineering, iconic design, and pure driving emotion, then buckle up because Porsche just reminded the world why the 911 is still the benchmark. Let's get right into it. From the outside, the 2025 Carrera GTS is unmistakably 911, but there are subtle refinements that make this model stand apart. Porsche didn't do a full redesign, but the changes they did make are intentional and impactful. The front fascia has been revised with active aerodynamic elements, and for the first time in a 911, there are active air flaps integrated into the bumper. They open and close as needed to manage cooling and airflow. Sleek matrix design LED headlights are now standard and cleverly integrate all lighting functions into a single housing. Turn signals, DRLs, high beams, cleaning up the front end while giving it a more focused expression. Now, let's talk power, because the GTS badge means this isn't just a pretty face. Under the rear decklid sits a newly developed 3.6-liter flat-six engine. It's still turbocharged, but the key upgrade is that this is now a mild hybrid. Yeah, Porsche has brought electrification to the 911 lineup, but don't panic, it hasn't lost its soul. The e-motor is integrated directly into the 8-speed PDK transmission and provides a 54 horsepower boost on demand, while also improving responsiveness at low RPMs. Total output: a very healthy 532 horsepower and 449 pound-feet of torque. That's up 59 horses over the outgoing GTS, and it shows. 0 to 60. Just 2.9 seconds with the Sport Chrono package. That's supercar territory, and it's delivered with that unmistakable Porsche precision. Throttle response is immediate, shifts are lightning fast, and the traction is relentless, especially if you opt for the all-wheel drive Carrera 4 GTS. But the biggest surprise might be how seamless the hybrid integration feels. There's no weird transition, no disconnect. Porsche's engineers nailed the calibration. It still feels like a naturally aspirated engine with turbo-level power and electric-level torque fill. Driving the GTS on the road is everything you'd want. It's planted, composed, and alert. The steering has that telepathic Porsche feel, light but incredibly direct. On twisty roads, the car feels alive. Porsche has fitted rear-wheel steering as standard on the GTS now, which adds agility at low speeds and stability at high speeds. The GTS also comes with PASM, Porsche Active Suspension Management, and the sport suspension drops the ride height by 10 mm. It rides firmly, but never harshly. You can feel the road, but it's never punishing. Interior-wise, the GTS stays true to the 911 formula, but brings some tech upgrades. First off, the gauge cluster is now fully digital for the first time in a 911. Purists might grumble, but the 12.6-inch curved display is beautifully integrated and still evokes the 5-gauge layout Porsche fans love. The center screen is 10.9 inches and now supports native apps like Spotify and Apple Music, no phone needed. Wireless CarPlay and Android Auto are standard, of course. The driving position is low, focused, and perfect. Everything you touch feels high quality, from the Alcantara and leather materials to the solid aluminum switchgear. There's even an optional lightweight package that shaves 55 pounds thanks to thinner glass, lightweight bucket seats, and reduced sound insulation, ideal for those who want the rawest GTS experience possible. And here's something hardcore fans will appreciate: the ignition switch is still on the left side. It's a small thing, but a powerful nod to tradition in a car that's otherwise looking toward the future. And yes, you still get rear seats, although they're best used for storage or very small passengers. But that's always been the case in the 911. Now about the sound, this is where the hybrid system actually enhances the experience. The e-motor gives the engine a low-end surge that means it pulls harder across the rev range. The exhaust note: it's still very much a Porsche flat-six, raspy, rich, and aggressive under throttle. And if you spec the optional sport exhaust system, it's gloriously loud when you want it to be, but quiet enough when cruising. It's livable and thrilling at the same time. Let's touch on practicality for a second, because even though this is a high-performance sports car, it's still a 911, which means it's surprisingly usable day to day. The front gives you about 4.6 cubic feet of cargo space, enough for a couple of weekend bags, and visibility is excellent thanks to the low beltline and slim pillars. Porsche's build quality is rock solid, and reliability has always been a strong point for the 911 range. One thing that separates the GTS from other trims is how well it balances performance and refinement. It's not as raw as a GT3, but it's sharper and more focused than the standard Carrera S. You get the best of both worlds, a car you can drive every day that still lights up your senses on a back road or track. And the new hybrid setup isn't just about power, it also improves efficiency slightly, and the regenerative braking system works behind the scenes to top up the battery. As for options, Porsche being Porsche, you can spec this car in a million ways. Paint to sample is available, so you can get your GTS in just about any shade you can dream of. Wheel designs, interior trims, seat choices, contrast stitching, it's a configurator lover's dream, and a budget's worst nightmare. But that's part of the appeal. Every GTS can be uniquely yours. The GTS starts around $160,000, depending on configuration, and while that's not cheap, it represents serious value in the performance car world. There are faster cars, sure, and there are flashier ones too. But none quite deliver the same blend of heritage, engineering excellence, and day-to-day usability like this. So, what's the verdict? The 2025 911 Carrera GTS proves that evolution can be more powerful than revolution. Porsche has managed to bring electrification into the 911 lineup without compromising the character that's made this model legendary. It's faster, sharper, and more high-tech, but still feels like a 911 in all the ways that matter. It's still rear-engined. It's still a flat six. It still puts the driver at the center of the experience. But now, it's quicker, more responsive, and slightly more efficient thanks to hybrid tech that actually improves the driving experience rather than diluting it. That's a rare achievement in a world where electrification often means compromise. If you're thinking about upgrading from an older GTS or even a Carrera S, this model absolutely makes a strong case for itself. It's a bridge between the analog past and the digital future, a car that respects its roots while embracing what's next. For those who feared hybrid tech would ruin the magic of the 911, this car is proof that Porsche knows exactly what it's doing. That's it for today's review here on RVP Auto 1. If you enjoyed this breakdown of the 2025 Porsche 911 Carrera GTS, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more deep dives into the world's most exciting cars, and let us know in the comments, what do you think of this new direction for the 911? Would you go hybrid, or are you holding out for a naturally aspirated future? Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.